We have Lightsworn making a grand showcase showing for this event, and actually Goblin bikers as well. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oz content. Kongs Cards has been kicking off with these Legacy Destruction events, and this top 16 breakdown is kind of interesting, showcasing, you know, a little bit of diversity within the format. Well, I mean, not everybody wants to play some sort of fire variant, but you had 4 Fire King variations in your top cut, which is actually kinda normal, I feel like. You also had 2 Snake Eyes variants, so, I mean, 6 of your top 16 is some sort of fire deck. Now, we also had 2 Kashtira builds kind of taking to the sky here. I feel like at this point that's kind of normal, considering everything that you've seen within the course of the meta. And then we had 2 Goblin biker decks, showcasing that, you know, these rank 3 piles can actually do things when given the actual chance kind of do so. Now, your one-ofs for this event, a little bit different of a shift here, but you had 1 Rescue Ace, which I feel like that's kind of, it's still very strong when it needs to be. You also have Lightsworn tier, which honestly, that build really caught my attention for this event, showcasing, you know, we can actually do some relatively strong play lines with this. And we still have a Ubel player out here showcasing the genuine power that the upgraded Mikanko deck actually feels like it can go through here. Damage reflection is a crazy concept in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't think a lot of people fully understand how to play around this. Now, we also had only 1 Tenpai Dragon for this event. I kind of feel like Tenpai Dragon had a very low showing for this event. Though, to be fair, I think a lot of people are kind of starting to get used to it a little bit, which is kind of funny. We also had Branded making a showcase out here, and Centurion as well. You know, Centurion, they get a little bit cheesy with the new stuff. I think that's a good thing, you know. Got to stay on your toes for some of these changes. But, okay, now your top 8. This is where things kind of shift around here. We had 2 Fire King and 1 Snake Eyes variant in the top cut for this event. So, basically, Fire is still kind of remaining on top here. And you also do have a Rescue Ace showing out here as well. So, 4 of your top decks really showcasing some of the more annoying side of the meta out here. Now, we also had 1 Kashtira. We did lose a Cash player, top 16 carryover here, which I think is fine. Our Lightsworn tier player did manage to get into the top 8 here, which I actually am very happy to see. Like, this deck, actually, if you can get the milling right and you can see, like, enough combo gas to get through things, I think you can do well. We also, Ubel, yet again, players I don't really think understand how to fully play against this deck. And we also have Goblin Biker making it in to the top cut here as well. So your top 8 is absolutely amazing. Let's pass on over to deck list. Our first deck list here winning the event is the Power of Fire Snake Eyes. Yeah, pretty used to seeing the common versions of this. You also do see you'll cross out Designator down here, so you're basically taking a chance, leaping this on in to the main deck out here to punish your opponent. Yep, that's pretty standard. And of course, you get to see Solemn Strike in here, showcasing the relatively strong power that a denial card can actually have on the modern era. So overall, I mean, first place, pretty cookie cutter here. Next up here, we have Pure Snake Eyes. Ah, yes, the meaning of the triple tactics talents. We also have the Monster Reborn here, the ability to bring back a key monster from your opponent's graveyard. Also having this card doubling as a starter slash extender is actually kind of crazy. I think a lot of people haven't kind of grasped how crazy Monster Reborn could be. Imagine if we had the spell card Monster Reborn that the OCG has, and you could just go through all of these little combo gas lines, but pretty standard yet again. Our third place top 4 here. Ah, look, we have Delta down here. No Gammas, poor guy. And I see that somebody did choose to play the Foolish Returns in here. Technically a quick play, shuffle back something, immediately does answer the Promethean Princess out of the graveyard, and that's kind of something that you do want to see. This build also took to main decking the crossout Designators as well, so you can bring down that punishment on your opponent if they try to deny you any sort of access. Okay, next up here, We have Rescue Ace. Let's see here. Yeah, still pretty standard stuff in here. No Pobbler, actually. They still are doing the Sinful Spoil stuff, which is fine. You do see that this build did take to playing the Crossout Detonators for your more Denial defensive line. Double SP Little Knight, I feel like, has been pretty normalist. But the No Pobbler package in here is actually kind of interesting. I swear a lot more people feel like they need to clutch onto those cards to do well. Alright, we have our Kashtira variant here, sporting off 3 big balls. This is actually hilarious that this duelist got away with actually playing triple copies of the big round ball to be able to clean up these huge fields. And the fact that Kashtira, of all decks, needs to be playing something like this to clean up these troublesome large fields, it also proves how degenerate this format can feel at certain points if you have to rely on the big ball. Alright, what else we got back here? This is our Lightsworn tier deck. So you are max. Triple charge of the Light Brigade not being a once per turn is insane. This deck is going to combo through all of this crazy Lightsworn stuff. And also, you can put something else on the top of your deck that's a Lightsworn with Weiss. Put your brick back on top. Proceed to start milling cards here and start doing your thing. And also, we have Lightsworn Athena and getting the chance to see the Enlightenment Dragon out here, getting some actual love for this. This is actually really cool to see. Also, Aegis getting some play here too. Alright, what else we got back here? Hi, Ubel. Have the double Grave Squirmer. I feel like that's pretty normal at this point. Like, this card's really good. But this is the card that allows this deck to genuinely shine. Nightmare Throne is everything that Ubel wants to have, plus more. And, like, the card just giving you all of this advantage. All of this pressure enabling is nuts. Also, you do see here that we are playing Puppetry in here, giving you some spot removal options from the graveyard. Oh, hello. This is kind of cool. I see that we have Goblin Bikers here. I didn't expect to see something so basic do well. You do see the Ghost Trick Shot here, so you can actually get into the Utopic Future Draco through the Ghost Trick package, because a Lucard is a level 3, so you get the free access lines to be able to do that. But that's genuinely crazy to see that something so basic. Also, you know, you have your Shadal package in here. Hello, App Cologne. How are you? So, also getting down the aerial. Okay. 9th place, or your top 16. We have more Kashtira back here. This is actually pretty boring cash, I'm going to say. You have the standard ghost spells, you have the mourners in here to kind of help you along your way. Spell did choose to play Desires, which is kind of interesting. I mean, you need to be able to put pressure on your opponent, and who really cares if you're banishing stuff? Like, you have enough filtering options to set up whatever cards that you need to see that you'll be good. Also, you need to see as many hand traps as you actually can to be able to play this format. Our Tenpai Dragon deck. So, actually sporting off the good old Necro Valley here, so we can have some defensive options, maximizing on the dragons. You do see the Nibiru's here. We also have the power of Raigeki, and of course the Heatwave. This card is bonkers when it fully resolves, and you do see the Foolish Return in here. A lot more people taking the Foolish Return this format, trying to put some pressure on those graveyards, answering the Promethean Princesses, and making sure, hey, you know, we can do our thing. Alright, next up is more Goblin Bikers. Hey, you know what, Terratops, you have the Nian Nian Extender. Tour Guide gets you through everything that you need to be. These Goblin Biker decks, yeah, they don't get crazy extra support anytime soon, but the Rank 3 package, as long as it's able to kind of set up and start to see these initial fields and kind of start to push through these waves, I think it's good. Also, you know, once again, the E-Telly into the Nian Nian here. You can also toggle on into the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. You have some very cool options available. That's awesome. Oh, it's our branded duelist. Okay, so we are playing a copy of Shaman. I mean, hey, this does give you some fusion access. And I do want to talk about this. If you control a face-up monster that was tribute, ritual, or fusion summoned until the end of your opponent's next turn, neither player can synchro or exceed. Synchro and Exceed monsters cannot attack. Also, their effects are negated. Yeah, you're actually playing Grizel Prison in here. This is a cute little tech choice. I don't know if I feel like you necessarily need to be playing this, but this does give you some cool options along the way. Next up here, we have, we're playing Omega Pobbler in our Snake Eyes deck. You know, it is kind of cool to showcase some of the power that these, you know, pure Snake Eyes decks can. I guess your evolution is your one card that you can be able to play in this. You do see the crossout designators once again coming in here to help, and the extension gas power that is Jet Synchron. And if you do get shifted, you do have Fucho as an immediate access card to basically turn skip your opponent right back. Thank you, Mr. Unaffected Boss Monster. Hey, we have our Centurion deck sporting off Imsetis, as you would kind of expect. You know, you'll typically use this card as an access point to be able to make level 8 synchro or level 12 synchros a little bit freer. You do see the inscriptions in here as well. Gotta love the, if you actually see it, you can put it, sure your opponent. You do see the double legatine. Also, no new support for the Centurion stuff, which was available because Legacy was legal for this event. So that's kind of a tall tale sign out here that this build is perfected. Next up here, we have more Snake Eyes. Oh man, with the good old package of the Fire Kings. We do see an Instinct Fusion in here though for the Millennium Eyes, in case you do want to go into the Fucho, dodge some hand traps with this. That's kind of a cute little tech choice. I haven't seen hardly anybody wanting to try this. And then of course for time you do see the Sprint, Scatter Shot combo line. Yeah, that little package ends up being kind of broken. And then you do see the showcase for the Magical Spring that we've all been seeing quite a lot of out here, being a little menace to the format. And our last deck here is actually Fire Kings. Wow. There you see the Arvada as per usual. No crossouts, actually. We're playing Triple Thunder of Ruler down here? What made them choose to play this? Maybe, I guess, time to, you know, skip a battle phase could get the game back to your turn. We also do see Snatch Steal. I actually forgot Snatch Steal was legal for this format because we haven't seen hardly any Snatch Steal at all. Well, that's your breakdown for this event. This is hilarious. So guys, please make sure you check out Kong's Cards. Remember, discount code MCO40, and you guys have a good rest of your day. All right. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.